score lines were not favorable to them. It was 13-4 losses.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's the first time I've heard of that.
Granted, very different look now. Soldav is back in, much as he was when they were playing it at lock-in, but they didn't have Suggest playing on the Killjoy. We got to see him on that breach, I do believe. For Zeta's sake, it's a win-loss. 1 to RQ.
From a cut? Okay, interesting.
Good. It comes down to Haven.
Okay, okay.
Much better, week over week. And then a 13-8 victory over Global.
Right, DFM on defense, Zeta on attack. Let's see who gets pistol. We got double frenzy against single frenzy, and we smoke out. And we're not trying anything crazy on this pistol. We got info, but it's not like a push or anything. It's just a heavy stack of B. I mean, it's a very heavy stack of B. 4 passing basically here. Dude, they might go B. They honestly might go B as well. Let's see what the reaction is from this drone.
So, yes. Within the next hour, I'd say. We'll figure it out. Let's see what they decide to do, though, as they're going to spot a little Sova.
Looks like it might just end up being the classic strategy of first
reactive smoke, short.
For now, just waiting to see if there's any kind of really big overcommitment from Detonation. We're widely happy to just sit back on sites, looking like they anticipate some B presence here, nice and early.
Damn, they're really holding strong over towards B.
To alert. Got an alarm
button. Yeah. They were tempted with a C. Final call is A. So
they're tricking all of us.
We're gonna look over here. We have 2 chances for him to get a kill through smoke. At least he'll do dart in the corner, I imagine, once he gets smoked, and then ooh, you go for drone. That's really bold.
Now they're going to know that they are on the A site here, but smokes are down. Pretty standard stuff so far up in the towers. Rita is looking
good damage with the shocks.
Down arrows as pushing into the smoke. They got a couple of them already as they just line up for the rest of them. Takade has to.
Okay, nicely handled from Zeta. As we can see, they managed to do the right call over towards A.
From Zeta. All right, well. So far that's 3-0 and pistols.
Yeah. I like that they played heavy over towards smoke. They got a lot. They got a lot for playing in the smoke.
That second half of ascent, which is what really allowed DFM to get the ball rolling and find their way back in. But this time, it's not going to be a force buy from Detonation. So we'll see what they end up putting together. But
yeah, it is a 3-0 in terms of pistols. You're right.
Right at the beginning when he initially finds that first headshot. Unfortunate for Crow, but at the end they still have enough coverage, plenty of people still alive to be able to go ahead and close that one out. Similar fault line from Anthem to begin the round.
Yeah, 3-0 in terms of pistols. It's pretty brutal.
And again,
Sage instead of Breach. It's very hard to take a main control. You have to kind of peek out and do a slow.
Break themselves. You know, we did have a break in between the maps, but these teams, they say, well, it's been a while since we've been on the attack. Say Zeta, so
like, I'm a fan of Sage, but it's just not as good, honestly, on this map.
I hope you get to see some kind of mix-up. You were talking about this.
But it's been so long that it might have that sweet spot at the moment. People haven't practiced against it for ages that it would actually be pretty good.
Plays have been really clean, and I've really enjoyed watching them on the attack as well. So
you just have no flashes, which is a nightmare.
Yeah, they are pretty heavily invested into this. I mean, you can see some of these, cash values quite low.
Okay, DFM as well. Again, expecting a B. Got 5 people in this square.
Turret, not going to be able to see anything. Set up in garage, smoke comes across, cutting off.
It's a nice lineup for the recon.
From his perch, can just barely
above logs, everyone's here. Fast retake, Omen Flash stun. They get out of.
Still snaps on. Shuts down the entry from Soldam and Tep.
Damn, okay, he made that look kind of easy. Nice setup from them as well, though. Everyone got into good positions. So yeah, they're after punts at the moment, 2 for 2, looking pretty good.
Here, so that's a really good start here for the side of Zeta Division, and yeah, really loved obviously Dep's flicks, but Sugar Zero just holding the corner. He ends up being the extra distraction after getting those first couple of kills to allow Dep to essentially clean up from there. So good stuff. Let's see if Detonation can put a stop to this a little bit earlier on.
Bonus round is looking legit. Got some light armor into this. Got 4 rifles. We're going real fast. The Lombot's gonna.
Not wasting any time as maybe reading this.
Wait, this actually has A lot of potential. I got unlucky that the guy swung from spawn.
Clear it, but Reyna able to pick up 2. Laz with the bulldog.
Okay, Laz in a
Suddenly
1v3.
it's a 1v1.
Brings
Soldam's
it
still
down
rotating.
to a
Obviously, Laz
1v1.
aware of this. Spike over by short. Soldam
Oh man, this is must win for DFM.
decides to do here. Really doesn't need to do much.
Not like this again for them.
Spike getting planted
Not the
somewhere.
slow start
Laz
again.
is really wary about this being a very long flank around the backside. But at what point does he decide to rotate into A?
Managed to mute in time for the sneeze. It's fantastic.
Well, Laz is part of Zeta, and as we know, they like to take their time. So he will as well. He should know that he's down on firepower, so he's going to really make sure he covers all his corners here.
He should be able to recover a better rifle.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Soldam is paying this respect. He's drifting over just in case this ends up going to an opposite site. And it looks like Laz, is he going to creep out of here and try to go to B?
It's gonna be close.
Barely enough time, right? If he starts running.
Yeah, you gotta start running soon.
Now, right? Like,
I mean, Tasteless used the phrase milking the clock. This is the epitome of that.
yeah, I mean, it's
And
very
okay.
well calculated.
Played to perfection.
Definitely got enough time to plant this.
Spike planted.
But can he get into a post-plant
got a recon
situation,
double
or
shock.
position, I should say. He's got both shock darts. Soldam, swing right into him.
Oh boy.
Takes him solo.
Scanning ahead.
It's a win for Soldam. Swings out again, but it takes a bunch of time. Baits out a shock dart.
Nice
Not gonna
decision
be ready
from.
for the swing. Yes,
Oh,
he is.
nice shot though. I was about to say nice decision from
With
Soldam, but
3
that
in the
was a shot.
round to get 3 for
Was an
Zeta.
absolute shot to secure
That
that
is a
one. Nice
bonus.
1v3. Holy
Very
hell.
over. Man,
That's
What
huge
a-
impact.
knife's edge play from him.
If you were confused about who the MVP so far has been, well, he's continuing to lock them down. As
Yeah, this was a clean round. Damn, dude.
Incredible flick right there at the end. As you see, he's really, really happy. He's actually the oldest player in the roster. Maybe just not really feeling the pressure, just having a good time out there on stage.
Either way, I haven't seen
Okay, against the
Laz this
Eco now.
happy since
They decide to
Storm
go
is down.
fast.
Rushing
This
and
is the
gets
B
kill.
that DFM were waiting
There's the
for.
reset, the reveal is out. Crow's got
Holy.
covering fire. Anthem gonna be dead. I was gonna say, I haven't seen Laz this happy since they were on a Reykjavik. It's been that long.
I mean, that's what happens when you're winning. You start laughing, you start having a good time.
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad for them. They've had just the worst starts into both for the
Of course,
maps.
not much in terms of firepower here on the side of Detonation, especially down a couple of members. Let's see what they decide to do here as Smoke committed to. Dep in the corner doesn't seem to be too
Keep an eye. Yeah, we might actually keep an eye on that if he ever gets a knock-out.
At the wrong time.
The timing, but he still gets a kill. He upjumps over
Oh.
the top of the smoke, and Raid is just spraying, trying to find
There's
him,
no
but
way
he
he's
can't.
alive. There's
Oh.
no way he's alive and survives
He
this
just
round. That's
styled on them
crazy.
So hard.
Wow.
Gets an
Yeah.
upgrade as well
I mean,
from his
get
stinger.
away with a flawless in that situation. It felt like Dep 100% should have been dead in that scenario. But
He's having none of it. Dude,
some crisp
having
and
none of it. Just throwing the
somewhat
Guardian
fortunate
away.
movement allow him to survive. But the opening kills, that was very much skillful.
Oof.
And he's like, nope. See you later.
Jumps over his head. Beautifully done.
Heard a little nicer there at the end as well.
Revealing it, scanning ahead.
Will span many different regions. As
Oh.
Hank gonna be throwing in a bunch of aggressive ult usage, and now
Oh.
it actually ends up working for them.
Man,
Soldam
some
is
of their
out
set
here with
rounds
the
are
rest of the
nice, though.
team. He's pushing out of A, but this angle from
Damn,
10
10 did
gets
great
2.
to get 2. Good reaction again,
that.
once again from Zeta to go
Even up the
over towards
numbers,
site and
Frank
take
comes
it.
down now on the
But yeah,
site. You have
they
to
have
know
some
that
nice
this rotate is coming in from behind. A smoke isn't
nice set
available,
rounds.
so Sugar Zero's just going to have to get tucked away in the meantime. Or they're just going to rolling thunder this.
Well,
Did hit
that's
2.
one way to handle it.
Okay.
Oh, their delay is crazy.
Now answering
They have
rolling thunder,
Omen
but
Flash for this as
it's
well.
going to be only Sugar Zero caught by this.
Yeah, it just
Out
went
of
out.
range was Crow.
They
The sun
gotta-
expires.
Okay.
Oh dear.
That's so good. Dep got a really important kill in the one-on-one at spawn.
Very bad for Anthem.
Well, this is
Yeah, their
he's
util
just
was
gonna
great
run
here.
away.
Yeah, he has to save.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that is going to be 5 in a row now for
It was
Zeta.
aftershock to delay, and then they had the
and this has
breach.
to be the timeout from Detonation.
Sorry, then they had the Omen Flash as well, so literally no one was caught in the breach. Oh, well, I said no one was caught, as in it ran off.
They did allow
It
6
ran out of
rounds to
time.
go over to Zeta before they
The
called a
stun.
timeout in the first map. but they also had 2
there's a
rounds picked up
few
within the first 5.
rounds that
Able to
look
wait for
very
the die
similar
round,
to the round that you just saw. Yeah.
I mean,
There's
yes,
definitely a lot of
that's
different
I
variations.
guess a bit of
The ult
a
is like really
preference
common on its
from
own,
the coach,
right?
whether or
Just
not you wanna
the
try to set
normal
something
ult like
to
this.
set up for an attempt at a thrifty as well as that buy round, or if you really want to just fully tackle.
But yeah, there's a lot of
how you're
different
going to be
variations
going
in
about
terms of
things
people
once you have
pushing.
rifles
Some
back
people
in
don't
hand,
even
but,
do the recon
I
on
mean,
top of it.
fairly heavy investment.
So yeah, this
For
was
both teams, but
Genji would have
unfortunately,
done something very
it's
similar.
very much in Zeta's favor, using the Rolling Thunder and getting the Rolling Thunder away from
my.
detonation as Depp gets ahead of the fault line and he just mows down 2.
He's having a pretty fun time this time around. He's going to take the 2 of them out. The rest of the team going to run with him over to a different site. As, let's see, I mean, Taka J sitting there in the garage, just waiting and seeing if he could pick someone off, but maybe expecting a C push that is not coming. As everybody from the side of Zeta
a little
has
bit.
rotated.
I mean, yeah, a little
over
bit.
to the A site.
That suggests needing to get some headshots.
I don't think Riot will ever get rid of pinging.
Just on the side.
They like to have their
push. The dash in. Looks for
their
one.
unique thing,
Turns away, but then Crow arrives.
or their unique
Takes him down
things,
from
I should
behind.
say.
And we're probably looking at yet another flawless, because at this point, if you're DFM, it's sit back, see if they push into us, try to kill them. If we can, grab gun, save. If not, die to
It's
spike.
impossible to retake this with these
Definitely
two.
seen this one.
For sure, let's see how much damage they can do.
As, I mean,
ALS, what's up, man?
throwing a smoke and
Honestly, we've had some. The first
challenge
map of this game was actually pretty good, but
no real
everything else
reason
has
to
been
do
a
that for
stomp.
Zeta right now, who have more than enough money. Maybe if you want some ult charge or something, but just wait it out.
How OP can pinging get? I would say where some teams are getting pretty good with it. I would say we're like
I mean,
40% in terms of the potential of how good it could be.
Somebody into dying to the spike.
Definitely some teams are
Not gonna
doing
happen here.
better than others with just abusing
Let's
how
go ahead
broken
and
it
give
is.
themselves up, and that's a 6-0 start now for Zeta. Even more dominant than we were
Who
seeing
is the
against
first
right on
one?
cue.
Who is the first?
Timeout.
Bonkashi, get out of here.
And we'll take another look at this replay. You know, just as you mentioned, hops out forward, spamming his flash, doesn't matter. It's just kind of an unfortunate spot, and they're going crazy. They're just having a great time.
Yeah!
You know, it's not like the most competitive round, obviously, but
All right, let's
another win. It's still a 6-0.
Win is
yeah,
what
let's
Zeta
hope
win.
this. Let's hope this is what they need to manage to get a buy round.
Can't be upset
And the
about that.
poor coach must
Well,
just be like every time I'm
We'll
calling
see.
a
This
pause
is
and we got like
a
one round.
lot of pressure
We're
now
like
from
6
the
rounds
DFM
in.
coach to try to get them prepared for this buy. See, probably listening to the call from Anthem as well, as far as what he thinks they should do, and try to just make sure that that is a level-headed play. Whether or not it's going to be something they can execute on is okay. We've got tattoos.
All right.
We've got tattoos now.
The tattoos and
Which
the
teams are using the
iPad.
pinging tech more
The
effectively?
meta of
People are getting
Fancheers
pretty good.
evolving.
Honestly, 100 Thieves are maybe
Where
one
are
of the
your
better
tattoos
teams with
at,
it. I watched some
Americas?
comms
Yeah,
yesterday
man,
and I
huh?
heard Asuna ping
Haven't quite seen
the
that
side of
level
the spike
passion
of where he
in
could
any other
of where he
regions.
could
Someone with a
defuse to
car
say
must
this is
support
the
this.
circle. He pinged the left side and said my ping's on the left side. So the person shooting knew that he just had to shoot on the left and then go right all the way. So that was pretty cool. Also saw, I think it was like Derek, obviously when he was first smoke, did some pings. Someone on Lotus, I can't remember if it was them or
They
not.
take a timeout finally. They have to take this round. They desperately need it.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty good with it.
Can't let them get away with the 7-0 and,
No.
you know, feel pretty broken. So what is the strategy going to be here? See, they poke their heads out of
All right,
B
we get the
and see if
timeout.
anyone's going to be there,
They're
but
still,
you know,
still expecting
they
a
haven't
heavy
really
B at the
had to
beginning.
change
That
up their
hasn't
style here,
really
you
come
know?
apart from that one round where they didn't
haven't
actually
been
stack
pushed
it.
or brought
I mean, it was
in any
against an
sense.
eco.
Realistically, here have Zeta.
Zeta have been
They
doing
can
this a
just
lot,
slow
where
things
they
down.
take a control and then just wait, and it's been working out great.
This is
It's
the
like they
problem.
want to see
I
what
mean,
the
this
reaction
for-
is, and then they
for
can make the
Detonation,
play
I
off
think
the
they're perfectly
reaction.
aware that Zeta has not been fanning out across the map. They have not been looking to take early space. They very much stay clumped, and that pretty much stops Detonation, or at least heavily
Yeah,
dissuades them
that's a
trying
very
to
good
do
note. That
the
is a very
unbeatable
good
no
note.
rush
We
play.
are
Because they say, well, we're
on round 8. We're gonna
they're
see his
probably gonna
first
be
op
expecting something like that, and
out of the
even if
whole
we do
best
go
of
for
3.
it, there's going to be 5 people waiting there. So we might not win out the fight. spike is going to be planted. 2 people are stacked up, but Def is still going to find the opening kill. Sold up on the entry, knives out, will be
We
good
might
for
not
2.
even. Okay, I kind of hope for their sake that they win this round so we can see the op going in. Gonna be able to get this half. They might think that the molly hit. Yeah, they think it's off the molly miss. Okay. Yeah, nicely done. So basically, Killjoy molly, it was real close to hitting, but there was just a little gap where he could defuse. So they were super confident they got off the spike itself. Just the Killjoy molly missed.
It's definitely not what we were anticipating. We'll go ahead and take a look back at it. I mean, it's a great opening kill despite being paranoid. He's playing close quarters enough to be able to find it. Good entry from Soldom.
Just diffuse,
but yeah,
just a little bit before.
To it, and it seems like
you would have seen a second before that was a molly that was close.
The tap had come through, and that he was just going to be holding it.
Okay, here it is. His first op of the game.
They get 1 on the board, but
we're 8 rounds in. Onto the second map. And we got one. And they're not going to his site. It's devastating.
If he can find value, then this could very well
he does at least get a lot of info. Oh boy.
Deb just gonna peek and take his head off as
no, he's gonna be op retake. This is devastating. Yeah. DFM just win a round with 1 person alive. So their loss bonus gets reset from 2-9 back to 1-9. And yeah, they're just gonna have to save into this. It actually cannot get worse. It could get worse. They could die in this round. I take it all back. It could get much worse, but
this side, and they're gonna have 3 guns that are pretty decent, so not too bad.
What's up, Jules? How you doing?
Yeah. Well.
Lewis, what's up? Man, he hasn't. Lewis, this is the first time he's gone op out. It's just like we can't even judge it.
Well, might have. Well, actually, we're definitely gonna have Zeta hunting this out. So Soldom's gonna pick up the first. That's the value we're talking about. Hell yeah, that's the big kill.
Yeah.
So they get the 1, and I guess the rest.
They honestly could have invested more people to hunt because how many 9Ks? 1, 2, we had an 8K.
Accept or deny, where it's like, do you want to just blow up the spike now and get the round over with? We'll all exit. You save your guns.
The good thing at least for Zeta is they now know that the op's out from that kill.
What you think? Just strike a little accord with them and, you know, parlay getting into the next round a little bit faster.
I feel like that might be abused a little bit in solo queue, but maybe on the tournament realms. Either way, here comes Zeta, maybe going
here
for a bit
comes
of
the
a
fast strat over towards
time.
C.
Gonna start with the drone.
Nowhere near the op again, but they do set the op up and they can have a fast rotate, so there's 3 people here. They do the good smoke to mean that more people can come out. I need to see the breach come out and fight together. No way.
What in the hell is Def doing? He gets a kill. Just the boldness of the man is what's striking me here.
How does he not have a gun?
Backside Anthem, a couple shots across onto 10, but can't find the kill. Sugar Zero might die? No. Dart went a little bit wide.
So do you think Soldom holds on to his operator this time?
Yeah, this is so devastating.
Maybe he can get like a little bit aggressive.
We're about to see everyone on 9K.
Doesn't look like he will. He's just hanging over in sewers, so that's going to be the end of that. I'd like to vote for the spike to blow up now.
See?
Just every map for these lows has just been the most attack-sided thing you've seen as well.
We wouldn't have to fill all this dead air.
No one's getting anything on their defense.
But given the position that he's in, it probably won't happen.
Do I think we get a 13-0 this season? Nah, I don't think so. The closest I think we were going to get was the Liquid K-Corp.
Wondering, watching for where these members could be, but making a lot of noise. Looks like that'll be a free kill.
There's wait, honestly, Fnatic K-Corp maybe. Maybe there's a 13-0 potential.
Rada goes down, so that's the end of that Vandal. At least they held on to the operator.
Yeah, I think he was wary that somebody might have pushed out towards, you know, the C-Link area, maybe towards their spawn, and that he could get wrapped on, so he didn't want to push into B. But had he just gotten that kill and either stayed tucked or gone into the B site, would have been perfectly safe.
When you're watching a team play as a coach, how many moments happen when you wish you could speak?
Well, they say
probably like 6 in a round.
Yep, that they did.
If we're talking about my old team, like my old team, Liquid, about 6 per round, every single round.
Soon-ish, so perhaps they'll just wait for that, or maybe just wait another round and go for it again. at this point,
Honestly.
you know, maybe we just see a little bit of what we saw on the first map, which was Zeta dominating on attacker, but then also Detonation coming out and having a bunch of rounds, 7 rounds in a row on the attacker side.
Man, this could get devastating.
Maybe save it for a chance for you to make a big comeback once again and actually stick the landing this time.
What hurts here is just seeing, I mean, they're trying to go for this full rifle.
Shot.
That's a great opening kill from Soldam, and it might be able to lead
Such a
to
win
win.
condition for them, I swear.
Util
It's crazy they didn't get out on Ascent.
I don't believe Anthem's used one of his flashes.
At least they've
but I
learned.
think he had to buy down to 50 just to get this Vandal. Doesn't have armor, only has 1 flashpoint here, which he needs to be pretty selective about when he's going to use this. They will deny the B site being taken.
Not bad.
Pretty much
Although
this.
we do have, the timing of that.
Oh,
Soldam,
timing on that is
unfortunately,
really
not going to see
unlucky.
him coming in. As meanwhile,
okay. The minimap baiting me a little bit. I thought he had actually TP'd up into heaven, but
yeah.
no, he's in hell. 10 gets taken
Okay,
down.
now,
Good
are we
help
going to
from Soldam.
switch
Really giving them this man advantage.
switch guns so that he
It's their
can
best
entry?
chance right now, other than the ninja defuse, of finding another round victory.
All right, gonna wait a little bit. Send this down as the push comes in. As nobody is peeking just yet.
Great read. Just knows exactly where that dart's going to end up. Soldam taken out. Laz finds the second.
Player standing.
Answering fire, though. Leaves
Uh-oh.
Crow all on his lonesome.
Enemy
And
remaining.
he might just be able to do it. One more. Takajay. Tag low.
Oh god, it was so close. I was thinking it was another 1v3.
A heroic effort
Okay, they
from
managed
Crow,
to get
but
around.
Detonation
It was 3v5 on the
will be able
retake. Got a little bit
to close out
sketchy.
this
One
round.
person survives again. 35 HP. Like, it was insanely
All right,
close.
well,
They do
that's
pick
that's
out the
why you
op.
save the operator
Sorry,
for
they
2
do
rounds
pick back
in a
up
row.
the op.
He gets Soldam. He's just hanging out here in tower. They don't know he's here because the timing of it is, okay, he doesn't see them coming in, but also they don't see him. So he gets a free peek to just get a free kill there on long. And it gets really close. Don't get me wrong, Crow almost picks up the incredible clutch here, but Takajay able to stay solid and pick up the win.
It sounds like a card game. It's like gain 1 op kill for every round you save.
Yeah,
Previously.
seems pretty good.
So I'm gonna pick
Yeah,
this up
Soulcats and
later.
Yampy.
Good for going on a burst.
They were very hardworking.
As meanwhile, well, they definitely know he's here now. As he's just
No
going
way.
through and just shorty him. In
No
the face, picks up
way.
another.
More of this, please. That's what we want to see from Soldam.
That's
A
incredible.
quick 3K play, the shutdown of the lockdown.
What a monster.
And suddenly, Depp and Crow stranded in the site. Here's a drone coming. Can't take it down
I mean,
first, so they do know his
the
position.
2 rounds that they're going to win
Crow is trying to
are
swing
rounds where
around
he's
and
got double
support
entry.
Depp from behind
Or in
here.
this case, 3.
Oh, this is rough for Depp. Let's see if he can get it. He picks up one. He's got knives, and well, fortunately, he is not.
Crow.
Oh no.
He's got a rolling thunder and an aftershock.
He has
by an immense
so
amount
much
of time.
util. Doesn't get half.
He goes across. He gets fault line. He is going to be stunned up, and they're back onto the spike. They can at least hold this to half.
Wait, someone come
Not
swing
able
him.
to get that hit, just
Holy hell.
holding it, just sticking it, and suggests we'll be able to stop
Got a
this
little bit worried
from
into that one.
exploding. So a second round
Another
in a
nice
row,
round from
the first
Soldam.
time here for Detonation as they get a chance now. I mean, 8-4, 9-3. We've seen teams come back from that. Detonation finally a sign of life here. They just really, you know, they need to wake up a little bit earlier on these maps. That's all I'll say.
I mean, hey, sometimes you just got to let Soldam off the leash. Remind him that he can do crazy things.
Tell him about how many followers he has. just show him his Twitter. Just be like, hey, by the way.
All these people want to see you do crazy stuff.
Mix
on
up of the
here.
op over
Anyone
towards
else
C. Might be good for one here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, an up
Uh
battle.
oh. Attack op out.
Watch out
Oi,
wide.
all
Yeah.
over him.
Takes him out.
All over him. He did hit it though.
Expecting the wider swing there. Depp just inches way into line of sight.
Did hit him. 21.
Scrapes by with a headshot. Survives. Obviously nobody here to try to heal him back up. No skies right now.
Yeah.
As just the nano taken down by the shock dart. The alarm bot does survive.
That's going to clear out the sewers. See what he can see here. As meanwhile, Depp going to be looking for the angle. Ooh. As at least he takes out the turret. The counter push comes out here from the side of Detonation. They know where Crow is,
Poor
but
Crow.
not quite able
They
to
used every
get a
bit of
handle on
util
that
for
kill,
Crow
and
there. He
we'll
does get
see.
out 25 HP.
Barely. That's 2 members
Good
now
damage
down
at the
to
moment. This one feels like it might be
20s
doable.
on the side of
21
Zeta,
HP with
so
the hop though
realistically,
might
not a
might
bad
not
spot at all
matter.
here for Detonation.
Healing area.
Flash out
They go
front is
Killjoy
Storm,
ult.
on the B, and that's also going to be Taka J now smoking that area off from Garage. As it looks like once
30
again,
seconds
Zeta,
left.
they want to end up on this site, and this smoke should be fairly revealing for them. Rada, does he just spray this? Paranoia. It's good.
Damn, this is
Just
so
to the
nice.
left. Angles just a bit off. Anthem finding one, nearly gets another.
That's so unlucky.
So he just can't quite hold it down.
Nice
That was
try
cool
from
though, the
Zeta.
little
I mean,
jump into the
it's rough,
smoke.
you know
Omen
Deb's
flash
up there,
out
but
and
he
then
takes
peek.
a pretty sharp angle, gets the kill, and now Taka J, it's all up to
Alright,
him.
this is their chance to get their own
Give himself a
1v3.
better chance after the half.
He still has a Paranoia. See how he decides to pilot this one. For now, it's just the TP forward, everybody playing back. Sugar 0 and 10 not looking to get themselves in a scenario where, you know, he's able to isolate these as 1v1.
Another smoke in 10.
Well, so now he's going to be focused on Sugar 0. He taps it. 10 can just wait, peeks around, and okay. He's going to survive. I mean, he's still got a shot, not able to get it to half.
It's unlucky.
Sugar 0
Kind of
will
had
take that. We
to.
got 9-3
He
here
kind of
in
had
favor
to
of Zeta.
smoke the
A little
spike
bit of
itself,
stumble
but
from
also
them
he
at
had
the
to
end,
clear
but
these
just
corners,
really
so it's like
some nice plays from Detonation
can't be
to
too
at least
critical
get
on
them
it.
to 3 rounds here at the end of the half.
Yeah, I mean, it's that aggression coming through that's really what saved
Oh.
them. And a
Wait,
great
that
shot
looked
there from Def
unbelievable.
to find that kill.
I thought he
Rada
was
a bit
pre-aimed the
late
whole
with
time.
Trying to go for that spray. I think had he done it, you know, right as the Paranoia was coming through, he may have been able to make that connection. But either way, was likely to get traded out. It's an improvement here for Detonation, finding a third round in the first half. But again, I have to question, how are they going to look on the attack? Is it just that both these teams only know how to attack on these two maps? Is anybody going to have a strong defense?
Feels that way. It certainly does.
I believe from Zeta, when they were playing versus Global, they did have
Chaos activate.
very
I mean, they need to
strong
get a
defense.
pistol.
If my
0-3
memory is
in
serving
terms
me
of
correct.
pistols, so
We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case here. But
let's see if they can at
I
least
mean,
do
if
that.
Soldum, if you can
And I see in this region they've actually got the drinks with straws. The amount of times I'm seeing other teams just spill in their drinks.
Have been fantastic to see. It's something that was expected but missed when we saw him, you know, debut with this lineup over at Lock-In. And I think widely he has
The Leo one was great.
significantly better compared to that performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see, but at the end of the day, he gets that couple of pushes there towards the end, and then he loses a very close battle that, maybe he wins it next time against Step. The issue being is that, he's playing up to his top level. He's playing up to a great level, even if it's not his best ever. But the rest of the team needs to be there as well, and we haven't really seen that, whereas Zeta have been playing well as a team. Now, can't necessarily clump up all in the same place. On
Agent drafts, not for a long time.
even, so
If it even ever
curious to see
happens.
the defenders' side strategy from Zeta and how they will try to bring this home.
Well, the time for talk is
Like,
over.
I would be
The
bold
coach
as well.
is
I'd say like 4 years away, 4 or 5 years away.
True, yeah. We're still here.
Haven't even got replays yet, so
Is later. Also an interview.
we haven't even can't even watch someone's POV yet.
But
I think we're
for
a
the
while
coaching
off.
staff, no more comms unless you call a timeout.
Must-win pistol for DFM.
See
We've got
what
3
DFM wanna put together
frenzies.
for this initial attack. But now, I mean, it's looking like Anthem wants to just send this fault line straight over towards B. And everyone's getting clustered up here in the window, so it seems like it's just going to be a fast hit.
Looks like it, as the turret is here to spot this out. Does a little bit of chip damage. So you should expect this push coming on in.
3-person push and reaction from Zeta. Every time their reactions have been very good. When they lose map control, they always take something
Bro, very good to just
back.
Essentially escape, reading the play very well.
Damn.
Group up with his team now
What
as he
the?
runs back around. The entirety of DFM are back towards the defender spawn as we speak.
Okay, Maelstrom as well as the turret puts some damage down on the depth. Both jets now going to be softened up a bit, but that dart could be value. Let's get a chunk out onto Anthem. Rada as well, tagged low. Dep trying to find an additional kill, can't make it happen. So Jets going to be able to get a second. The diffuser killed. They're holding now. It's past half.
That was close. Nice round from them. It was so weird. It turned into a. It wasn't fully convinced, but they managed to win them out. 20. Everyone survived between 20 to 30 HP here.
Good set play, push on through B.
Yeah, I mean they had a set idea from it. It must have been pretty weird when they actually got no kills over towards
They do exactly that. I
over
mean,
towards
they
the
know where
push
this
they main, but
planet obviously, so you just can spam on through.
Hey, they handled it well.
Extra bit of vision there right at the end. It got to half, and they nearly had it.
All right, they got a pistol. 1-1 in terms of that. In terms of the whole thing, it's been 1-3.
Well, that gives him a leg back into this.
Heavy rifles, so a bit risky on some of the light armors. Trying to make sure that their bonus is really good. Considering the score, makes a lot of sense.
So, 2 Guardians, a
Zeta going for the Fanatic Frenzy as well. There's quite a few teams that are starting to do this now. It's like NRG, Fnatic, Zeta. There's a few others that I can't remember.
Drone not going to be revealing too much. Eventually
5 people on site. This is a good call to cancel this again.
There's time to rotate or at least cut sound and try to.
I really think the DFM have looked at least in the homework they've done against Zeta. Just know that they like to heavy stack, because as soon as they see like one person, they instantly rotate over. What is the timing like here? It could be mental. The smoke to flood into site is great.
Can't land those shots. Looking good for DFM. 10 gets 1, but at the end
it happens.
Not able to do
it does happen. In
terms
of the damage, though, not too bad. They managed to pick up some of the rifles. Gonna have to rebuy armor on 3 of them.
Does find a second, but yeah, not that much damage to tell. I mean, again, with the heavier purchase that they've kind of been straying towards, it does hurt a little bit more. But overall, not too bad. And this is, if you're Detonation, you're fine with this. You're very happy to get those 2 rounds out of the way.
That's a good start. 5-7. From what we saw from them attacking, like to see more of it here. Continue with this. Bonus round win would be.
Yeah, bonus isn't too bad. 2 frenzies to boot with it as well. Damn, they go fast over towards A main. No one shoots the recon, but they've all beaten it.
Dart in, not hitting anyone. Oh, Depp stays it just for 1. Aftershocks across the box just to try to stop anybody from pushing through. Laz eventually going to fall. Depp good for 1.
Oh my.
Dashes over towards short and even gets Takajay for his trouble.
And it's
Depp's done incredibly well, huh?
I mean, he has 3 kills. There's another.
Oh my goodness, imagine he got that. Probably would have been one of the best clips. Yeah, that was insane. Overall though, good damage from DFM.
In the end, you know, it's a good bonus. They've managed to take away 4 of the rifles from the side of Zeta.
Yeah, we might see that. It's going to be interesting because we might see that thing where they low buy, but Depp also has his ult because he just went crazy.
And then this, which he nearly is able to transfer it, as you said. It's so
that, honestly, if that hit.
2v1, and at the end 10 cleans it up. So yeah, they get 4 rifles out. Zeta still pretty happy about it. You know, they're 3 rounds away.
It's instant redemption for the round before. So they do go for a low buy here. So Zeta are kind of going into this one, preparing to lose. They go push down middle. They have a crunch over towards middle. It's technically a 2v5, but obviously trades were going through.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of a confusion.
It's a nice plan. Again, Zeta in terms of this one, just making sure that they have money for the next, so they are kind of expecting to lose this one. A lot of guns down the middle. So we'll see. Once they get into A and plant here, we'll keep an eye on the reaction, whether they actually want to fight for this or whether we're just going to pick up the guns and then maybe we go behind. We'll see.
Make things more interesting, but even 2v3 from this position, DFM pretty nice. They have
I mean, definitely Depp should be going for it because he has a Shoei.
The Rolling Thunder. So if they really feel pressured for the rest of this round, they can go ahead and burn it. And I think, given the situation of the scoreline, you kind of need to.
This is interesting because he's going to be able to take a lot of space, knowing that most likely they're going to do this. So he might be able to get into heaven for free. He even has his Omenal if he wanted to get information.
Of just the amount of space opened up and how far they're playing away from where the first contact came through, weapons are recovered. So Zeta now have 3 rifles.
Slasher, what's up?
Yeah, it's going to make things much easier as
I'm away at that. Come on,
but at the end of the day, here's the Rolling Thunder. Let's see what it can get going. Hits 2 of them.
Oh man, nearly plucked him.
By so much time. So let's see, Laz is going to be big here. Takajay from up top gets
You're not
one
gonna try it,
already as Laz hits the 1. Takajay is so low.
OTP in the back, but Depp is there.
Oh.
And with just enough time remaining, they will be able to get it done. A thrifty win to really just kind of break the backs of DFM now.
Yeah, that's might be the knife to the heart at this point. Timeout will be called.
It was a bold move.
This is what I was talking about. There's a
It's a nice low buy from Zeta.
They had to check in garage. I guess there was also some pressure coming out of there. So
it's a relatively good plant for him to go spawn.
Did come out from the side of Zeta.
I say relatively good plant, like it's a pretty good plant at spawn. So wonder if he got the fast kill, if he should have insta rotated, but that's pretty hindsight of me. Jaws, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you. Let's get a Lord of Slug approves in for Jaws. Any last wishes? Damn. Welcome into the Slug Club.
Dropping more rounds is definitely not something that you can really afford, but hey, on the
thanks so much,
side,
Jules. Appreciate it.
It was when they were at 11 rounds. That was when they started the run back to that.
True.
On the first map. Maybe that can happen again. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a big concern going into a firefight.
Nice, we like that. We like the politeness.
You know, even walking away 3-2, players remaining, not going to feel great when you are going up, against a bunch of pistols against.
56 gifted altogether, Jaws. It's kind of nuts, mate. Appreciate you.
So, yeah, definitely rough around the edges.
Low buy,
so
5 of 11. Feels like they gotta win this. I say feels like they have to win this one really somehow, unless we're gonna see our mad come back 7 rounds in a row.
And this is coming off of a timeout, so you know this is the plan essentially. And let's see
Rainy Day Blossom, thank you as well. Chat, new member of the Slug Club. Rainy Day Blossom, welcome into the Slug Club. Appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome. Wait, this is fast.
The garage here, actually. In goes Soldom, trying to open up some space, but 10 is right there, puts an end to
I
their
loved
dreams.
the idea, though. Love the idea that they kind of swing once the Omen goes in.
Window rush play I was expecting to see in this game map, but
that is unlucky. It was a cool idea, to be honest with you. With the Omen ult. Try and make them look for this swing out so that you can get the trade here. A little bit like that, but this was more on 100 Thieves. They want to stick the Omen. The Omen TP itself. This was more in the open here, so that they swung and kind of shot it, so that he could get the trade. So it kind of was. 100 Thieves do theirs a little bit safer. I think it's even TSM that do theirs like here. There's quite a few people that have stuff like that.
A little 13-5 action, the way this one has been going.
We had a pretty cool one where we would like smoke in between here, and you TP into this bit, but it looks like you're TPing back at B, and like if people have sound on B, they turn around and then you hit B. Wow, I mean this is just so done, dude.
That's not the way you want to end this map, but it will be fantastic for Zeta.
This is devastating.
Picks up the 3K just to put the end to their
Alright,
misery.
pretty
Zeta
dominant
will pick up
chat
the
for
2-0
sure.
tonight as they
So we
defeat
can
their
say for that one.
Japanese brothers
Very,
on the
very
other
dominant.
side. And they make it look easy. Very strong.
I don't have
stuff
rights
from
to
Zeta
watch
Division.
that stuff, Vuvu.